Welcome to live, everybody. Welcome to the live, everybody who's watching. Hope you guys are all having a great morning, great day wherever you're at. Today we're just talking medical prep, trying to build assets and a community of like-minded individuals here. One second. Welcome to the live, everybody. Welcome to the live, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Today we're just talking medical prep and community building. Trying to build a community of like-minded individuals, help people become more prepared. But yeah, hope you guys are all having a great morning. I just did a video recently showcasing some good first aid and trauma gear that you guys could get at an affordable price for either an individual or like a large amount for mass casualty events. God forbid something like that was ever to happen around you, you guys will be prepared for it. And buying the gear doesn't necessarily prepare you per se right away, but having the gear will be good rather than not having it, and then you guys can learn upon what you already have. But I definitely recommend you guys learn upon all this medical stuff, but get the gear. There's nothing wrong with getting the gear and having all the stuff. Just make sure you guys learn with it and go doing training, or at least study the training and try to implement it yourself the best you can if you can't afford to go join a class. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hope you guys are all having a great morning. Anybody who's new to the live, we're just going to be talking preparedness for this live. So I want to help spread the word of preparedness to everybody throughout the community, or whoever's watching or subscribed to the channel. Help more citizens become ready for any likely or possible event to happen in their area or anything like that. I just want to help people. So that's the goal here. I figure the more people that are prepared in our country, the more people locally in your area that are prepared, the less likely there's going to be a panic or a mass scavenge. Obviously, not everybody can be prepared because everybody's not going to follow it, but the more people we could get on board, the more people we could get to actually be in a better position. God forbid something like that takes place. So, yeah, today I'm just talking medical things like tourniquets, gauze, having backup antibiotics stored. Mainly I want to cover like having a, hold on, this thing is like in the chat's in the way. One second, guys. Happy birthday Ninja. Hope you're having a good day, man. Welcome to the live. Yeah, we're just talking medical today, so we're talking stuff like right here, this is one of my IFAKs. This is what I keep on the plate carrier. Here I keep a backup tourniquet to go with that, and then and I just yeah, so that's just one of my IFAKs. You guys can get a setup like this for like $100 to $200 or less. It all depends. This one was specifically made to go into a plate carrier or some type of MOLLE system. How many genders are there? There's 2 genders. Anybody who disagrees that there's 2 genders is lost. Sorry if that offends you. If that offends you, you're just a snowflake. But back to the point being, I believe everybody should have some type of first aid gear. So yeah, I think all of our, like everybody locally and at least someone in your family needs some first aid gear to like some type of good trauma gear. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys this 1 second. I appreciate it, Bercolini, or however you pronounce your name. So right here, this is another. These are 2 IFAKs. This is an IFAK and this is an IFAK, but these are both from the same company. This is just one that's meant to go on a plate carrier, and it's a little bit more expensive because it's multi-cam. Richard Stoll, good shit, man. Well, thank you for your service. Yeah, we need more medics out here. But yeah, so like you guys could get a little. The company that sells both of these, by the way, is North American Rescue. So they're like the top. They're the top medical manufacturer for military, law enforcement, and EMTs. But so I got both of these. This one's their mini fac or mini IFAC, and you could buy this for like $70, $75, or a little bit cheaper than that if you shop around. I'm civilian. They rejected you because you have ADHD? That's crazy. I've never heard of that. I just said I'm civilian. I never said I was real Army. I just told you I'm civilian. But yeah, you guys could get like a good IFAC like this for $75. So and it also comes with more space in it. So I added some stuff in here, like this little Ziploc. I added like a little boo-boo kit. So I got rolled gauze and some medical tape, like I got right there. I added some combat gauze in here. It didn't have a marker, so I added a marker for the tourniquet. And it just comes with little spaces where you could pack some more stuff. It also doesn't come with the trauma shears, but it has this little spot back there, so you could basically fit them in perfect. Yeah, you could also attach another tourniquet there. There's a whole bunch of options you guys can do with this types of stuff. Oh, really, Richard Stoll? Where are you located? What part of the country are you in? But yeah, that's a good little IFAC right there. Yeah, I keep a lot of tape in all my medical, like all my medical kits, all my IFACs and stuff like that. I keep this one just right here so I could have some extra just in case I need to reinforce a bandage or something like that, or like a pressure dressing. But yeah, I do I take little medical tapes like this and roll them up on like pencil tubes or little retractable crayon tubes, and I'll just take the crayon or the pencil out, cut it into sections, and tape over it with either medical tape or duct tape. Painkillers. I'm not going to speak on anything because like actual painkillers, that's technically a narcotic, but if you're in a bad enough situation, they are not bad to have. Yeah, exactly. You don't want some like trauma dressing or like a pressure dressing Israeli bandage or something just coming loose. So it's good to re-secure stuff. And also, even if it's not like a medical, like if you need to just replace something else, tape's always good. Yeah, antibiotics are good to have too. Keep a good stock of antibiotics. They're getting a little bit harder to get now, but whenever you get some, if you could try to put some back. And there's also a company called Jace Medical where they'll give you a subscription to pharmaceutical antibiotics, so you could actually get like actual antibiotics from them. Yeah, me and a buddy of mine were looking into putting back some painkillers recently for our group for that exact reason. So did you see somebody out of your window? I'd probably focus on that then instead of commenting it on the live. Welcome to the live, anybody who's new. Today we're just out here talking medical and first aid stuff, trying to help spread the word of preparedness, and specifically first aid and medical preparedness to more citizens, trying to build more prepared citizens and assets out there. So like, I just showed, I don't know if you guys, I'll just go over the complete contents of the bag. 1 second. So right here, how many tourniquets do I have? I got, on this I keep 2 tourniquets, and then daily on me I also carry 2 tourniquets, so I think it's good to have 2 tourniquets at a minimum. If you can, I would say have 4, but 2 is like the minimum. I mean, realistically, if you got shot in every, or like punctured in every extremity, you're in a bad way anyways. But you want 2 to 3 tourniquets if you can. Like if you have a bigger kit, throw 4 in there. But every med kit I have, or something where I keep medical, I keep 2. You said, how do you subscribe, or how did you subscribe? Yeah, I keep 2 tourniquets for myself. Like I'm saying, if you could, like, I mean, because we have 4 limbs, you know? I mean, I could only show my arms right now, but we have 4 limbs. We got, like, so you never know what's going to happen. And you never know, you might need to use more than 1 tourniquet on 1 limb sometimes. It's not likely. I mean, and you could also address that with, you know, wound gauze and stuff like that. Am I more doomsday kind of shit? Upcoming struggle. What do you mean by that? Doomsday or upcoming struggle? This isn't the yak. Richard, occlusive, is that like a pressure dressing? Or like an Israeli bandage type thing? I know there's like some names that are kind of used as redundancies that kind of mean the same thing, so I'm not sure. Oh, chest seals. Alright, yeah, so I know them as chest seals. Yeah, I mean, all I've ever learned to use them for is like on a not junctional wound, but like maybe like some type of body cavity wound somewhere on the stomach or back or chest, in that area. I know it's not good to pack anywhere in there. Yeah, Skits the Kid, yeah. Basically just like that. I mean, kind of, sort of, yeah. Talking about preparing for a multiple different scenarios, you know? Because you never know what's capable of happening, what's the possibilities. So I just want people to be prepared as they could be. Maybe I tell them something they didn't hear and it makes them think about something, and they could go out and start learning some stuff and buy some stuff. Maybe I could just be the one thing that sparks somebody. But yeah, so we're just talking like general preparedness. It could be either for a SHTF scenario, a possible civilization collapse, but not necessarily. Just having medical for everyday life realistically is a good idea as well. So some things I keep on me right here. So I carry this bag usually on me on a daily. This is my it's like a fanny pack, but I use it as a shoulder bag, and I just wear it as a strap. And so I keep that, and inside that I have a little thing of S-Road gauze from North American Rescue. Keep a bleed stop powder. These could be used for like little boo-boos or minor scrapes and wounds. Keep another tourniquet. This is just a blue one, but it works the same. And then you can't really see it in there, but I keep another gauze, and then some rolled gauze in there, like a general, just a standard rolled gauze from like the first aid kit. And that could be used for like boo-boos and stuff too. And in that same Ziploc right there, I got medical tape. with that, the green bag I just showed you guys, what I keep in there with this and the other Ziploc, I just keep this in there, and I already showed you guys this. This is just the mini IFAC from North American Rescue. If you're new to the live, or if you joined since I already showed this and haven't seen this is what I keep in there. So this has combat gauze, another wound packing gauze, standard wound packing, a tourniquet. It has 2 chest seals in here, a pressure dressing, some gloves, and then a little boo-boo thing I put together that could be used for minor scrapes and wounds. The roll of gauze, some bandages, some medical tape as well, and then the trauma shears. Do I prepare my tourniquet for one-hand usage? Yeah, I do. I actually made a video on that on my channel, on that exact subject. If you go back and check one of my videos, I made a video called How to Stage Tourniquets. Every tourniquet that I have is in, like, all of my tourniquets that I have are already pre-staged in all of my kits. Well, I pre-stage them. They don't come pre-staged, obviously, but yeah, I stage them. Skits the Kid. I posted a video on my channel, so if you go to my channel, you can go check out my shorts, because I mainly post clips and stuff. I do TikTok and I do YouTube shorts. I'm going to be doing some long form soon, but go to my channel, you'll see a video, another medical video of me holding a tourniquet, and the video should be titled Tourniquet Staging, or How to Stage a Tourniquet, SHTF Medical Preps. And I go over how to stage it, and I show you exactly how it should look when you're done. Yep, that's exactly right, Richard. All your equipment should be prepped and gone over. You should also check it to maintenance it and see if any of it's ripped or expired, whatever. Make sure you're training with it. Have some equipment set aside to train with. I think Richard said he was, I forgot, he was some medic or something. In the Marines. I don't know, I forgot. I'm sure he'll say right here. But yeah, the way I stage my tourniquets is I make sure, first of all, I could get all my first aid with one hand. So I could grab this loop right here, pull that down, pull it down with both hands, but really this is my main tourniquet I'm going to first use. And then if I need to access one of them, I could just pull it out and basically grab it from the windlass, flick it, and it'll be already deployed, and you could just feed it over a limb, if possible, if the limb's not so damaged to where you can't move it. Yeah, he was a medic in the Army. Damn. Sucks to hear, man. But thank you for your service, man. Yeah. I also, if any of you guys who are watching are interested in any of this type of gear, like want to get your own medical IFACs or like trauma first aid type of stuff, you could go to North American Rescue, or in the link in my bio, I have a link to Refuge Medical, and they sell all of this gear in really good IFACs that I already put together. And they sell stuff that's like already like pretty like packed with more than what you need. So if you buy from them, you're definitely going to be set good. Yeah, Refuge Medical. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. His name's the owner is Baron. Well, the channel he runs is Baron Independent. He talks about prepping and stuff like that. He has like a homestead page. Talks about world events. Obsidian, thank you, man. I appreciate you subscribing. Yeah, we're any of you guys who are new to the live, we're just talking preparedness here. So I'm just covering medical. I'm sure a bunch of you guys see me already cover it, but anybody who's new, yeah, we're just covering medical, talking first aid, IFACs, trauma gear, stuff like that. Trying to get more citizens prepared on some things that they should be knowledgeable of, but might not be. Yeah, I'm gonna. So right now the live I'm talking about like medical preparedness, but I just put a video out. Well, I just did a video. I'm gonna be releasing it here soon about how to store food for up to 30 years. So it's like a food storage method on how to preserve your food and like specifically dry goods using the 5-gallon bucket and Mylar bag method. Oh yeah, hey Richard, so you're the perfect person I want to be talking to right now because I got a lot of dudes I know that were in the military, but nobody I know that was specifically a medic. Like stuff like combat gauze, does that really expire? Because I find combat gauze on deals on eBay all the time or on local gun shows where they're like anywhere from like $5 to maybe $15 or $20 cheaper. I figured as long as the packaging is good, it should be okay, but because I bought one that said it expired in 2016, and I'm like, this still feels good, and it's gauze. I'm like, how does this expire? So I bought it and I put it in my kit. Because I'm sure I've used like an old gauze roll that was like from the early 2000s or something, and technically that's expired, but it's just gauze. So. I know there could be some like legal. I heard there could be some legal ramifications if you use expired on somebody else. All right, yeah, that's good to know. Cause I got a close friend who was in the Marines for a long time. He was in Afghanistan and Iraq as well, but he was just like a regular infantry, so like I'm sure he learned his medical stuff, but it wasn't his specialty. I think a lot of citizens should also, like, this shouldn't be your first #1 priority, but I think a lot of people should also be into getting gear, stuff like this, exercising their Second Amendment right, and getting stuff like body armor, getting like a full type of kit that they could train with, not just to look cool. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but getting like a kit you could actually train with, run your drills. If you have a rifle, set it up to where you could actually run it and be as capable as you can be with that weapon system. That's a really good thing to do as well. It takes time to learn it and become as capable as you can be, and you never are as capable because you keep advancing. But yeah, that's a good thing to take serious, is that part of training. Is it legal to have body armor? In America, it is. I, well, I think there's actually a couple states in America, a couple states in the U.S. that don't allow body armor. Like maybe one or two, but most of everywhere in the country you could buy body armor. If I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I think there might be one state that they restricted it. But outside of America, I'm not too sure of the legalities. Richard, where'd you hear that California banned body armor? Or like, when did you hear that? Yeah, I got plates. I got level 4 ceramics in here. No, so it doesn't have Kevlar. They're just rifle plates. So yeah, yeah, I heard of them trying to propose it a while ago, Richard, but it never passed. I live in California, so that never passed. I got it. I bought this a while ago, so I mean, if they passed it, I would already have this. But to my knowledge, they didn't pass anything. And I could go, like, I've been to local stores near me, and like last week, and they were selling body armor. Shock absorber. What do you mean shock absorber? It does. I don't have no. There's no Kevlar in this, but behind the ceramic plate, I have like a trauma pad, is what they call it. You don't need those because the ceramic plate is, they call it a standalone plate. But I just have a trauma pad to kind of give an extra cushion. But behind the actual ceramic plate, within the armor plate itself, there's a material called polyethylene that's like molded, or like, what's the word? It's fixed basically to the ceramic as well with the shape, so it will stop any shrapnel coming through that makes it through the ceramic. I mean, if you keep shooting through the same spot, then the ceramic plate can be compromised and shots might make it through, but most likely you won't just stand there and keep taking rounds in the same spot like a movie, you know? I mean, you'll be lucky if someone shoots you in the plate. Most guys aren't even a good enough shot, so they might shoot you up here, to the side, or anywhere. Yeah, no, so the plate itself, the plate is what absorbs the energy. So they're just level 4 ceramic plates. And it's a term that the body armor companies use when they're selling them, or in the description of the armor, they'll tell you it's a standalone plate. So it absorbs all the energy. Yeah, there's certain there were certain like plate carriers that the Army was wearing and stuff, like back in the day, that within their plate carrier it had Kevlar in it. But this is just a nylon plate carrier. Nothing in this material is actually Kevlar or bulletproof beside the plate that's in the center. So the cutout of the plate right here is the actual bulletproof part, and obviously the back plate. Not necessarily. If you get hit without it, it breaks your bones. It depends, Leo. So it depends on the round you get hit with. Like if I got hit in this plate with a 9mm, I probably won't really feel it. Or if I feel it, I might feel it slightly like a hard punch, you know, from a grown man. But if I get hit with the 5.56 round, yeah, I'll feel it, but it's not gonna break a bone. Now if I got hit with like a 30 cal, like maybe a 308 or multiple 7.62s, those might break bones. yeah, like if you got hit with the 308, it's probably gonna really fuck your plates. I mean, the goal is to not get hit at all on your plate or anywhere. But the bigger the round, the more you'll feel the back face deformation. Yeah, like that's all. Like I told everybody who's watching, I'm not military or anything. I'm just a civilian, prepared citizen who likes to train. But everybody I know and all my buddies who were in the military that I've trained with and talked to, every time they just always iterate to me and try to like drill into me. Don't buy all the Gucci gear. Stop trying to don't try to look fancy and get all the cool stuff. Yes, some gear is good to have and is essential because it'll give you the edge. But if you have that gear and you don't know how to use it, it's not going to do you no good. You know, like Bubba with his 30-06 hunting rifle, if he knows how to shoot it better than you know how to shoot your Gucci'd out AR-15, he's going to smack you 300 yards away because you can't even hit a shot at 100. You know, I mean, it's as simple as that. Yeah, I see that. I see that a lot too, Richard. I went through something like that. When I was at I was at an outdoor range one time, and I was shooting next to this dude, and he had some type of, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was 308, but it was a higher caliber bolt action, and it was a really expensive bolt action with like a really advanced chassis and everything. And he told me he spent like $2,500 to $3,000 on this rifle, and he wasn't able to hit a target at 200 yards, I think. Like he wasn't even able to hit a target at 200 yards with this bolt action. Mind you, his scope was like almost 2 to 3 times bigger than mine. I just have a 16-inch, like a standard AR setup with the LPVO, so I just got a 1:6. But he couldn't even hit it at all, and he has like this Gucci'd out setup that cost him like double what I have, and it's just like, you wasted your money. I think the best thing for people to civilians in general, and just like people, I guess, who like buy firearms in America, they need to train more. I mean, they just need to buy ammo and train, because people like to have their guns and they like to build up a collection and look at their guns and take pictures, but they don't really like to get out there and train or do anything. Like, I'm the type where if it's bad weather, I see that as good opportunity to train. I have some family members and friends who are like, why do you want to go shoot in the rain? Like, you're gonna get wet, your gun's gonna get soaked. It's not like, you think it's gonna be fun? I'm like, yes, this is fun. This is how I test myself. I want to get my heart rate up and go like shoot some targets at 300 yards while it's storming down and see if I can still make impacts. I mean, that's how you should do it. Yeah, I kind of have like the, so I don't know. I guess you could say like I followed the Nuit, they call it like the like a recce setup. It's kind of like some cringe term now, but it's just an LPVO with the red dot on the 45 degree. I'm thinking of switching to a 12 o'clock mount to just have it, so instead of switching like this, I could just come down like an inch. Yeah, I was considering into getting loading ammo. Right now, currently, I don't really have the space for it, but eventually, I might try to get into that. Me and my brother, we're gonna probably try to set up something, like put a shed in his yard or something, and build like a reloading room and gun room. Yeah, see, that sounds like a dope precision setup right there. A 1-8 on a 20 inch. That's like a good SPR setup. Yeah, Leo, it's always good to train on rainy days, man. I don't see why people don't like training in the rain. I mean, to me, it's more comforting. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting like a cheap setup. I just want to I want to get a setup, but I don't want to get like a too cheap setup because if I get into it, I'm gonna like take it seriously and go full board. But then I'm also worried like I don't want to load something wrong and possibly blow up one of my guns. And a lot of people told me like it's all measured out and it's perfect. So I mean, they're probably right because they've done it. I just have that thought in the back of my head. What if something happens? My machine gives me a wrong decibel number off, and I get too much powder, and I get a boom, a kaboom. Yeah, snow days are good too. I haven't got too much training in the snow, but I definitely want to go do that some more. 1919 with a goat to carry my box. Yeah, see, that's a good idea. Like triple checking it to make sure all the scales said the same thing. I've just heard stories. Like I've talked to dudes personally that I know reload, and they told me that they've blown up at least one of their guns. These are dudes like old timers who've been doing it for like 20 years, but so maybe they've just done it so much. Well, I don't know. A lot of them were reloading for revolvers and other stuff too. If I was reloading, it would mainly be for like 9mm, 5.56. Yeah, that's probably it. Might do some custom shotgun loads or something, but shotgun's cheap. It just sucks. It sucks the prices of ammo now. Like I remember, like pre-COVID, I remember it like it's yesterday. Like me and my brother were waiting in line at the local gun store, and the prices were just. We thought the prices were crazy then, but the prices were amazing now. You know, like back then the prices were crazy, but now they're amazing. If I knew what I knew now, I would have told him we need to buy a whole pallet, but we were slipping. Yeah, barbarian. That's probably true. I mean, I don't know why you would do that to risk something you spent like hundreds of dollars on, if not something that's worth thousands of dollars now after upgrading. But some people probably do that. You know, I don't know, Richard. I'll probably eventually, if I get an area set up for it, I'll probably definitely get into reloading. For now, I'm just stocking up as I can. See, yeah, Richard, that's a really smart idea. I should do something like that between like me, my brother, and my dad or something. We all like buy like 10K or something, whatever we could like put together for. Yeah, it sucks. It's like some people try to wait, and I used to be one of those people who want to wait, but it's like if you don't buy now, you're not gonna really get anything. You're not gonna be able to shoot because right, what there is now is mostly just gonna either stay stagnant at what it is, or it might go down $1 and then just go back up $2 or stay where it's at. So it's like just stock up anyways. Might as well now. I mean, it's available. It's just expensive. Man, I wouldn't allow anyone to reload any of my ammo. Like if I got into reloading ammo, that's something I would be very like strict about. Like only I could be in control of that. Yeah, exactly. Buy once, cry once. Buy once, cry once is definitely good until like it's definitely a good thing to abide by because some things you just don't want to buy like so cheap that it's just gonna be retarded and you know it's gonna fail. But like I see some guys in the gun community talk about buy once, cry once, and mention things like not getting a PSA. If you got $1,000 to buy a PSA and put everything you need on it to have a full rifle setup, or even like you don't even need 1,000. You could have like 800, like $700 to $800. You get a rifle and set it up with a red dot or a scope, sling, and a light and everything. Do that versus having to spend 15 to 2,000 because you're waiting just to get a rifle. I mean, I think it's better just to have a rifle. And then once you have the PSA, then you could just have a rifle that's a backup to the BCM or the Daniel Defense that you're going to eventually buy in the future anyways. Like I got my PSA, and with the PSA I have, I've had it for like a little over 5 or 6 years now, and I'm able to hit targets out to 300 and get groups that are like this. Like I could throw a baseball-sized group of bullets consistently with multiple different loads of ammo in my LPVO. And yes, it's a nice setup. It's so nice that I'm literally going to copy that exact setup and build it onto a BCM. Just so I have like a higher end rifle as a backup, and I'll keep that one as like a go to like a buddy rifle or like just a home defense one. Barbarian, yeah, that would be definitely cool, man. I mean, I got to build the audience a little bit more, but eventually, if I could possibly do something like that, I might try it. Wait, so Rich, what was I gonna say? Richard and Barbarian, are you guys saying you guys carried 14, 14 on your body, or like 14 on a rig, around, and a belt including, or like 14 on your body and your pack as a total? Damn, that's crazy. So you had 15 rounds is your basic load. I mean, 15 mags was your basic loadout. Okay, where do y'all are wild, man. So, like, I could picture that, but you're wearing body armor and your medical stuff too. So where do you fit it? Like, I could picture wearing the mags and moving in that gear. No, yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I know I've heard stories from like Vietnam guys and a whole bunch of dudes from Afghanistan and Iraq about, I mean, how you can't have enough ammo. I'm looking like I've been looking into getting a chest rig that could hold more ammo, like a more ammo designated rig. I'm probably gonna add like 2 more mags to this, get like a side pouch or something. I don't want to bulk too much on this side because I don't want to impede my draw from my sidearm, but I could probably fit like 5 to 6 mags on here, but I also don't want to risk getting low to the ground. What's a butt pack? Is that almost like a fanny pack that you wear on your back? I like listening to this, like the experience that you guys have, because I mean, this is like the raw stuff that people don't like to pay attention to. So how would you? I'm curious, since you guys would say like 14 mags is the standard loadout, how would you guys carry it? Like, what was the standard infantryman's loadout when he had 14 mags? Like fighting them. Like the standard fighting loadout with 14 mags. So did you guys wear like load-bearing vests on over your body armor, or like underneath it to wear more mags, or what is it? Because I'm like, I know you can fit maybe 4 or 6 mags right here, maybe 8, and like stacked 4 on top or 3 on top and 6, like 4 or 8, but like then it would become like this. So like, where did you fit them all? I definitely, after hearing you guys say this, I gotta get my magazines up. Like I got the magazines and I got the ammo. I just don't got like the magazine pouches set up. Which what good is it gonna do you if it's not on your kit, right? You can have like an ammo box, but still, it's not instantly accessible. Okay, Richard. So that's what I wanted to know. So like, here's like a clearer picture. So I have like I have the 3 magazines. So did you have them stacked like 4 across, double out? So you had 4 twice. So you had 8 in the front. Is that what you mean? And that was on, okay, so that was on a plate carrier, or was that on like a load-bearing vest or chest rig that was like with a plate carrier? I'm gonna screenshot this real quick. Interceptor, is that like a carrier or a rig? What do you mean it looked like this? It looked like what I'm wearing? Is that what you mean? Alright. I don't know if I could get links on here, but if you want, you could go like comment on one of my videos or something. I don't know if they'll allow me to view a link. Also, anybody who's new to the live, welcome to the live, everybody. Right now we're kind of just talking some gear stuff with Richard and Barbarian, but we were kind of originally going over preparedness for everyday citizens. All right, yeah. But yeah, I definitely got to get a setup. Okay, like it, because I know it doesn't exactly matter exactly how you got it set up. You could have like certain things set up differently and make them work. As like a general loadout, what would you guys say a prepared citizen should have for a fighting loadout? Yeah, and that's what and that's what this setup is for. So like, if I was like moving like long range, I probably wouldn't want to wear body armor, but it depends on the situation. But I kind of want to set up like more of like I guess you could say recon loadout that holds like 7 to 8 mags. Yeah, because I could get one of those like split rigs. I'm planning on getting one of those. I'm planning on getting like one of those split rigs that like a split chest rig that opens in the front by zipper or whatever method. So you could have like two double mag pouches on each side, and 4 right here and 4 right here. So I got 8 mags in total, and then I could add like some medical, and then like maybe a bladder or something. Add some sustainment. I mean, there's a lot of chest rigs that do that. And then I could probably get like a slim carrier to just hold the plates underneath if I wanted to combine it, I guess. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I like this setup, but I'm also like thinking of getting a complete other setup. Like keeping this as like a slim, quick fighting setup. Maybe add in like 2 more mags. Keep like 5 mags on here, 1 in the rifle, so I'll have 6 to go. And then get in like a 8 mag setup uh, with a chest rig, and then like a slick carrier that has no attachments, just like basically a nylon pocket for plates, and then throw a chest rig over that. So I got medical, water, and a bunch of mags, and that'll probably be a good setup. Because like you guys are saying, like if I gotta ditch the weight or something, or like a Barbarian was saying, if I'm in the mountains and I'm trying to break contact and just like a whole bunch of suppressive fire, these will get burned through quick. And I heard some crazy stories about. I forgot. I was watching what's his name? He does training. Barbarian, what are you trying to say, man? But I forget what I was watching. I was watching like Thunder Ranch or something. Oh yeah, Clint Smith. He was talking about some stuff from Vietnam, or how some guys were carrying like 20 mags or something, like 18 magazines or 20 mags, and they used to use them like a lot of light gear, and they didn't even have body armor back then, so I could understand that. But yeah, see that's true. That's exactly what I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna like set up this rig so if something happens, I could give this to like my brother or some other fighting age male, um, or I could just keep this for when I'm like somewhere more static or something. But I want to have at least like 2 to 3 loadouts of like a chest rig and then one body armor loadout and then like maybe like 2 different chest rigs and then some plates to go with them to throw on top if need be. But I also just don't want to spend a bunch of money on kit that's just gear just to have it, you know. If I could have 2 or 3 things that do it all, or just 2 things that work in conjunction together, then I think that's enough. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta spend the money. Yeah, Richard, that's the thing. Um, that's exactly how I feel too. Like people need to be vetted. Like it's hard to just instantly accept someone into your group, or not even necessarily accept someone into your group because they could be like a family member. But it's hard to like say they'll be dependable in a situation because they may be your family member and you guys could like be cordial and just be fine. But if something happens, they may just fucking leave you high and dry because they're scared or panicking or whatever the situation may be. But if you guys could get like on the same page beforehand and become like minded and start doing drills together, or if you, like I feel like if you could get at least like 2 people, like if you could get another person to be so much on the same page that you are that they're starting to try to recruit people themselves or try to get people as like on the same page also, then you're successful. You got somebody else that is taking it as important as you. And they also got to show action too, though. They got to practice on their own personal stuff like physical fitness, their training and everything. A lot of people, it's just too much for them, or they just can't. Don't mind me, guys. I'm reading your guys' comments real quick. Yeah. Barbarian. We don't know who we're fighting, but we're just making sure if something does make itself a clear enemy or clear fight, that we're not left to be vulnerable as a victim and defenseless. You know, I wouldn't want that for none of our people or any of my people. Yeah, I was actually thinking of like putting footing in Montana, just going out to stay out there. But I'm still considering that. Montana's a beautiful state, though. I'd definitely go out there to do some training, do some hiking or something. spent a little mini vacation out there for a little bit. Yeah, that's a really good skill to have. Having people who could build. We all That's always a good thing. That's something that will definitely be valuable in such scenario if something was to happen to where we needed to rebuild and start like have serious communities, have tradesmen. I mean, I'm sure in this scenario, anyone who would be part of those sort of groups would have some types of tradesmen just based off of the people they associate with. But like plumbers, carpenters, all that, electricians, people who could actually get things working properly how they were before, with enough logistical backup. But yeah, I definitely I appreciate all the comments from you guys, Richard and Barbarian, and anybody else who was watching. Appreciate you guys for watching. But yeah, Barbarian or Richard, any of you guys, I heard you say, if I'm not mistaken, you're in California, Richard. Barbarian. I have not read that book, but I'll definitely look into it. Way of Men. I'll keep it in mind. Oh, I was gonna say could try to link up or do some training or something. Maybe you could teach me some of your army medic stuff. That I was gonna say. Yeah, I'll definitely check out that book. There's a bunch of good books I've been hearing about recently and learning about. So that's another thing people underestimate is, I mean, just getting knowledge through simple things like reading. I mean, yeah. If you're down, I'm in like the Northern California area, so I usually train in like a bunch of different areas. I got a buddy with some private property up in the Sierra Nevada, so we could set up a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know, man. You said you commented on one of my videos, so on my medic trauma video. So I'll reply to your comments or something, or if you want, like, I'll reply to your comments, and you could check out my TikTok or something, and we'll figure out a way to DM. All right. Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, that's how I prefer to train if possible. I mean, if there's public land where it's like an outdoor area that they allow all types of training, I'm fine. But I prefer private land so we don't got to deal with like scary people or like whatever they're tripping off of, and we could actually run real drills or like just do stuff that they're not going to trip off of. But I'm probably gonna end the live here soon, guys. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm gonna work on some more videos pumping out some more videos here. But yeah, I'm gonna check out your comment, Richard, and thank you guys for tuning in. All right, I'll see you guys later.